Hey everybody, Michelle here. So as promised, I did receive my Kringle candle order yesterday afternoon, and I do want to get started burning them, especially the St. Patrick's Day candles. So I figured I would hop on here to do the cool sniff so I can start burning, especially one that I'm very excited about. So I did get 8 candles. I got 3 reserve candles, one of which is a backup. The other 2 are new to me. I did get 3 from the St. Patrick's Day collection, although I only got 2 types of candles. One I got 2 of, so I didn't get one of each. And then I got 2 of the Kringle Noir candles because I love the aesthetic. Very like film noir, Humphrey Bogart-esque. Love it. So let's get right into it. I'll start off with the one that I got 2 of. And that is the pot of gold candle. I saw so many good reviews on this one. I'm really excited. I hope it holds up because I did get, again, I got 2. So I hope it holds up. The notes on this are sweet caramel, cream, sugar, vanilla, and rum. Now, I will say I'm not a huge fan of caramel candles necessarily, but this is nice. There's definitely caramel there, but it isn't syrupy, for lack of a better word. Like, it's sweet, it's definitely there, but it is not cloying to me. It's very, very pleasant, and I think that that cream and the rum, I definitely smell the rum, and that balances out really nice. It cuts the sweetness of the caramel quite well. I'm excited to burn this one. Really am excited to burn it. I've heard so many good things, and I mean, that label is fantastic. So, like I said, I did get 2 of these, and I'm kind of tempted to smell the other one just to make sure that they both smell the same. Because I don't know, I hear these like stories of like someone buys 2 of the same candle and one's like a mispour or something. I've never had it happen to me, but you never know. So anyway, really excited about that one. The other St. Patrick's Day candle I got was Leprechaun Treats. Now, I was hesitant to get this one, and you'll know why after I read the scent notes. Super sweet, very vanilla, creamy vanilla, warm amber, more vanilla. I like the humor in the description. Vanilla, 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 more vanilla. Now, there's 2 things that made me pause a little bit before I purchased this one. One being the fact that it's clearly a really sweet candle. There's nothing that's going to temper that sweetness. It's all vanilla. And the second is the vanilla. Vanilla candles are notoriously weak. I mean, it's hard to make a strong vanilla candle. I guess it just has something to do with the fragrance oils. Maybe if you put too much in, it smells off, so you can only put so much. I don't really know. I don't make candles. Um, but, it's hard to make a strong vanilla candle. So it does make me a little bit nervous. Now, I don't love it on cold. I'll be honest. I mean, it is vanilla. It's sweet. It's vanilla. I am nervous. It doesn't smell super strong on cold, so I am a little bit nervous about that, which is kind of what I was afraid of. It is really sweet. You definitely get like it is creamy vanilla. I would say like there's like a sweet cream in there in addition to the vanilla. So it isn't like vanilla extract. Like it's definitely mixed with some cream. It almost, I don't know, it almost smells to me like cream and like an Irish coffee. Um I mean it's pleasant, but I am a little nervous. Not so much about the sweetness. I mean it is really sweet, but it's pleasant. It doesn't smell cloying, but it is very sweet. I'm more nervous about how that vanilla will throw. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Um, but I'm excited to try it. And again, not every candle can be a winner, but that doesn't mean you don't enjoy the journey, right? All right. So next I have the reserve candles, and I'll start with the one that is a backup. And if anyone caught my last video, there'll be no surprise here. I did get a backup of bittersweet. Again, the scent notes of this are bittersweet chocolate, dark chocolate, cocoa cream, and vanilla. This was a knockout for me. It is exactly as the picture indicates. It is molten chocolate. It is delicious. I could see myself buying this as long as they keep it in stock. I mean, fantastic. And kind of in that vein, I did see a lot of really good reviews, especially for the people who loved bittersweet. A lot of the people who really loved bittersweet also recommended this one, triple chocolate. I have never tried this one before. Um, I'm not sure if it's going to be a chocolate cake similar to red velvet or whether it'll be a little bit different. And honestly, this might be a good compare and contrast with red velvet. I have not finished burning my red velvet from the Valentine's Day reserve collection, so honestly, maybe I'll burn them both and see which one I prefer going forward. But this one, oh, I forgot to read the scent notes. I'm not allowed to smell it till I read the scent notes. So the scent notes are milk chocolate, cocoa powder, warm fudge, caramel, maple sugar, and vanilla bean. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm expecting something sweet. Um, Sweeter than the bittersweet for sure. Interesting. I smell coffee, and I'm not sure why. I mean, I definitely smell the chocolate. It's not that I don't smell the chocolate. It's definitely a chocolate candle, but I also smell coffee, but it doesn't look like that's not a listed scent note. Interesting. Well, I like it. I don't love it as much as I love bittersweet, but this might be a contender for red velvet. Again, liked red velvet a lot. I liked it a lot. I did not love it in the same way I loved bittersweet, but this might be a good this might be a good candle to duke it out with red velvet so I can see which one I like best. Because again, it's not as like stand out to me as bittersweet is, but it is very nice. And I can absolutely see myself really enjoying this one. I definitely get a little bit of the maple, which is interesting. And again, like caramel and maple sugar, that makes me a little nervous too, because both maple and caramel are so syrupy sweet. But this is actually not, it is not cloying either. It's a very, very nice blend. I get more of the cocoa powder in here than I do the milk chocolate, um, which is good because milk chocolate, again, you get more sweetness there, which, you already have the caramel and the maple sugar. So the cocoa powder is definitely tempering out that sweetness quite well. Um, yeah, warm fudge, I mean, maybe a little, but it's definitely a sweeter fudge. It's not like a bittersweet ganache or anything like that. It's not really that kind of vibe, which is kind of what's illustrated on the label. It's more of like a ganache more than a fudge. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. Um, Eager to try it. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the next one has also been highly recommended. So different from the chocolate and the pot of gold, which is very like candy, chocolate, caramel themed. But I've seen so many good reviews, and I'll admit I love the smell of fresh baked bread. So I wanted to give sweet and savory a try. I've seen a lot of great reviews on this one as well. The scent notes on this are homemade churned butter, creamy milk, nutmeg, cinnamon, baked bread accord, praline woods, sesame seeds, and musk. That is a lot going on. The butter makes me nervous, as does the creamy milk, because as I've mentioned in previous videos, those kind of scent notes can smell kind of sour and spoiled to me. I will say that Kringle has been the least like that for me. I haven't been nearly as turned off with those butter milk accords with Kringle candles as I have been in like a couple of the Homeworks candles I've tried, and Goose Creek as well. Um, I'm always a little wary of those scent notes in candles just because of the way my nose tends to pick it up. So let's kind of take a look at this. Okay, I like this, and I understand the name. This is a crusty bread. This is like This is like the bread that I don't know if anyone's ever seen like Ratatouille, but there's this one scene where like the chef in the restaurant, the lady chef, is telling Linguini about how to tell if bread's good, and she's like, it's not about how it. I forget what she says. It's not about how it tastes or like smells or whatever. It's about how it sounds, and she like crunches the crust of the bread. That's what this smells like to me. Is a crusty bread. And again, it's bread. It isn't bread dough and it isn't bread baking to me. It's bread. It's the finished product. Um, in terms of isolating the different scent notes on here, I mean, I definitely get the oh dear, the baked bread. Yes, to the sesame seed. I wouldn't have thought I would have smelled that so distinctly, but I do smell sesame seed. I wouldn't say that I get a whole lot of creamy milk, which is fine by me. Praline, yes. Um, the praline, the bread, the sesame seed, um, butter a little maybe, but it's definitely the bread and the nuttiness. It's a nutty bread. Um, I really like that. That's really unique, and that is not something I've really ever smelled anywhere else before. So I'm very, I now my brain is spinning. I'm trying to think, what can I burn with this? I almost don't want to burn it with anything, at least at first. I would like for this to kind of be the only scent. And I kind of do that with a lot of candles, especially if they're new. Like for at least a few hours, I'll only burn them by themselves. And then introduce a blend maybe later. But I kind of like to see what a candle is capable of doing on its own before I introduce another scent to the mix. So this is definitely one that I want to burn by itself, just to kind of get the full effect. Because I'm very curious to see how it transforms. Because when you have this many scent notes going on and a really complex, like conceptual scent, a lot of times it doesn't smell anything like what it does on cold. I mean, and even if it does, there's more to it. There's more depth. It's more dynamic. So I'm really curious to see how this does upon burn. So that's definitely another one I'll keep you posted on. I'm very intrigued. Okay, so the last two candles I have are the Kringle Noir candles, and I'll admit it was really, really, really hard to pick two. But I only had the candle budget, if you will. So I'm usually really intentional about the candles that I buy. I didn't used to be, and that's how my collection got up to like 400 candles. So in order to pare it down, I only replace a certain percentage of the ones that I burn until I've culled it a little bit. So I only had I'd only burned enough to be able to purchase 8 candles. So with that being said, because I knew I wanted these other candles, I could only get 2 from the Kringle Noir collection. Although I do anticipate getting more once my candle budget refuels, as it were. So I did get 2. The first one is, and the scent notes are actually not on the bottom of these, so I have to apologize for that. I don't have them in front of me. Although I suppose I could look them up on my phone. But the first one I have is Enchanted. Now, I'm a sucker for a good tree scent, so it was no surprise to me that I gravitated towards this, and this was probably always my destiny to pick up this particular candle. Um, I love tree scents, and yes, I know it's not Christmas, it's not, and that's usually the time of year that's attributed to tree scents. Um, Sorry, I'm looking up the scent notes here because I really have no clue what they are. Um, let's see. Okay, so sorry, I got excited. I thought I was clicking on the link that took me directly to the candle, but it did not. So bear with me one second. Okay, here we go. All right, so the scent notes on Enchanted are sprig of thyme, chilled orange peel, black spruce and fir balsam, winter moss, and golden amber. So I was really intrigued by this. Yes, it has the fir balsam, spruce, Christmas tree scents, but then it has the thyme, orange, moss, and amber, which almost to me made it seem like a spring woods as opposed to a winter one. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for because I don't want to have to wait all the way to until Christmas to burn this because again I'm a seasonal burner. If it smells like Christmas, I'm not going to be burning it in May. So okay, yes and no. I would. It is really nice. I definitely get the orange. The citrus is actually quite strong in this, as is the thyme. The scent notes are very true to what you get from this candle. It is very, very nice. With that being said, it does smell like Christmas to me a little too much. Um, but that's not the candle's fault. That's just my brain being like, well, you can't burn this until Christmas. Um, I might get over it. We'll see. But this is really, really nice. Really nice. It is a great. So it almost reminds me of Cozy Christmas, but without the hearth. It's very similar to me, but without that with that wood fire note. And I love Cozy Christmas. I love it. That it has a little bit of the citrus in there. The thyme in this though does lend it a little bit of freshness, which maybe that time may be the difference between me waiting to Christmas and burning it in the summer. That note might actually help me get over the feeling that this is a Christmas candle, but because the fresh herb, but this is very nice, very nice. I'm glad this was a good choice. Um, so the second one I got, it could not be more different from any kind of Christmas tree scent. It's literally the reverse, and that is bulletproof. And I'll look up the scent notes for this, but this one is, from what I recall anyway, is basically a tropical candle. I don't know what guns and bullets and bulletproof have to do with tropical. Enchanted, an enchanted forest, it smells like woods. I know some of the more like nautilus and whatever smells like oat, like marine and algae and things like that. I don't know why this would smell the way it does, but it does, and I'm not mad at it. It's it was definitely intriguing, and again, going into the summer, I do want to have you know summer candles. So the scent notes on this are green fruit as the top note, mid as of woody sandalwood, amber ebony, base of musky, tropical, and floral. So let's take a. Hmm, that is nice, and it is a true floral, um, fruity blend. I would say that neither one really overpowers the other. I get both that tropical fruit element as well as the bright floral. It is not, it's a little perfumey, but I would not say it's overly so. It's very, very nice. It's very nice. Both of these scents are very sophisticated, like really expertly blended. I mean, my hat's off to Kringle for coming up with these and for doing such a great job. I'm very curious to see how it compares to the previous launch of this several years ago. I was not buying Kringle at the time, so I can't attest to that, but I know that there's several people who purchased this during the first launch, and now they're re-releasing it. I'm wondering if there's going to be any difference in terms of scent or quality or what have you, or whether, they've kind of upped the ante in terms of the scent blends. But these were really, really well done. And bulletproof reminds me of a perfume, but I don't know what it is. I'm not a big perfume user. I do have some, but in no way an expert, and I cannot smell a candle and be like, oh, it smells like this perfume. That's never going to be me. But it does smell really, really nice. So with that being said, that's what I picked up from Kringle. I do have two Bath and Body Works candles that I did haul. I do not have them downstairs with me though, so I'm gonna have to do a separate video for those. I might do them in conjunction with the Yankee haul. And I rarely buy Yankee. But I did, a few days ago, pick up some of the Yankee candles based on some videos that I saw and some reviews that these were actually great performers. Because my issue with Yankee is the same as a lot of people's issue with Yankee. It just does not have much throw for me. With that being said, I did see some great reviews from people who otherwise would not purchase Yankee, so I was interested, and I did pick up a couple. Not a huge haul, but I think I got 4 candles, 5. Um, so I am interested in, kind of seeing how those hold up. So maybe I'll do the Bath and Body Works with those candles. But anyway, I'm very excited that I've done this video because that means that I can start burning some of these. I'm primarily looking at Pot of Gold and Sweet and Savory. I think those are the ones that I'm most excited to start burning right now. So yeah, I'm going to get right to it. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.